Today's episode was very, very chatty, it was very conversational, it was very fun. I had my friend on today's episode. Her name is Stella Maris, and she's just a woman of many talents. You get to know when you listen. And we spoke about surviving the pressure to fit in, surviving loneliness, and also being able to just find ourselves, find our community, and build something for ourselves outside our home country. And I hope you do enjoy this episode and you have a great time listening to this episode.
Hey fam, you're listening to Becoming You, the podcast for adults figuring it out. Now let's get into it. I'm an adult. What am I supposed to do?
Hi, amazing listeners. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. My name is Bukola. This is the Becoming You pod, where we talk about all things adulting. And this episode is a very special one because I'm not going to be recording alone. I have someone special with me today. Her name is Stella Maris. She's my friend. She's also a listener of the podcast. Fun facts. Is that a fun fact? Introduce yourself, madam.
As I should, actually. I'm obviously a listener. My name is Stella Maris. I am Bookie's friend and I live in California. And fun fact, we met less than a year ago, sometime last year, like late last year.
Yes, but before you go into when we met, I think you should talk more about yourself, because that was not how I planned to introduce you. I was not going to say, oh, she's my friend. Who are you? Stella Maris is a professional. What are you? Researcher? Yes, in public health.
What kind of introduction do you want? Do you want me to flex? Do you want me to be proud?
My
or do you want me to be humble?
My dear, flex your muscles. Let's hear who are you? What do you do? Let's hear everything.
Okay. So, take 2 for the introduction. My name is Stella Maris. I am a public health professional. So, I completed my master's a few months ago from the University of California, Berkeley, where I did a master in public health. And I had a focus in epidemiology and biostatistics. So basically looking at disease trends and patterns. And I currently am a research data analyst. I'm looking at the intersection between cancer and imaging.
Oh, you've given us your CV, literally. With off.
Just a tiny bit of it. Not even everything, like 5%.
Yes. She's also an author. She has a cookbook that she published. When did you publish your cookbook?
That was 2023 summer.
Wow, a woman of many talents. So going back to the story of how we met, I think we met when you were still doing your master's. That was late last year, and it was a very funny meeting. Do you want to say the story, or do you want me to say it?
I'll say it. Okay, yeah. So we went for this Black grads thing.
Yeah.
So they would usually, send emails and stuff. And that one I happened to see, and I was like, I'm not doing anything today. So I signed up for it. So it was a sip and paint or paint and dine, paint, something along those lines.
No, they called it paint and sip. Paint and sip. And I think that's what people call it normally, paint and sip.
Sure, there was painting and there was drink and there was, light snack. So we got there and I was,
No. They did not give us anything to snack on, no.
They did not give us?
No, they didn't.
But
really
there was
hard drink.
There was short drink.
Yeah, really hard drink.
So we were doing our thing, painting, and I think she was sitting right across from where I was. But we didn't talk throughout the event. We're just doing our thing. So at the end of it, we started taking pictures. So they were about leaving. And then I think Bookie asked me my name. And I said, and then we kind of got talking. And they were about leaving, their Uber was literally outside. And then I made the move. I was like, give me your phone number. Let's continue the conversation. Oh, no. Before I asked for her phone number, when she said her name was Bukola, I was like, oh, you're Nigerian, Yoruba. She said yes. I was like, oh, I'm also Nigerian. Abi?
You've mixed it up a bit. This was what happened. So why I came to you in the very first place was because I just heard the Nigerianness in you. I heard it. I was like, this babe is Nigerian. I just knew it. I was like, oh, are you Nigerian? And you're like, oh, yeah. I was like, what's your name? You said Stella Maris. I said, I'm Bukola. Then I think you now said, oh, you're Yoruba. So it was a cool exchange. Then I was about leaving. They said, let me have your number. We exchange contacts. I think that was how it happened, and it was so cool. But before we speak more on that, how are you? I like checking up on people because I feel like this adulting phase is so stressful, and we have nobody really checking up on us. How are you, really?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I was just giving you small gifts before this. I'm fine. Like these days, any minor inconvenience, I'm just like, what the hell? But I'm fine. I'm doing okay. Like I'm grateful. I thank God. Everything is fine. Could be better, but we thank God. We thank God. We are alive. We're alive and
Oh,
thankful.
well, we thank God. Did anything happen in the past week that made you smile genuinely that you want to share with us?
That's interesting. I think a lot of good things have happened in the past week and
Mm-hmm.
past week to 2 weeks. I got a new role, so that has been a big
Hmm.
highlight. And then I honestly did not prepare for this question, so I cannot think of something off the top of my head right now. But just thinking about
It's
it, I've
fine.
been happy. I've been good. I think I just have like people that care about me, around. Just know that I have people that
Mm-hmm.
love me, people that care about me, people that check up on me. It's just like a big thing. Grateful for my parents. I was with my
Testimony
dad
time.
last week. I spent a few days with my dad last week, and
Mm-hmm.
it was so cute because he didn't know I was coming around. And then I came, and he was like, he said it. This is how he said it. He said, "This one when you come, my belly they sweets me." So people I don't understand, basically, that he was happy, he was excited to have me around. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just cute to hear. It was just nice to know that, your presence brings joy to some people.
Yeah, your parents are actually really sweet people. I was also fortunate to meet them, and they didn't even make me feel like a stranger. The only thing is that it's very funny how this tribalizing thing sneaks into our mind. Because I won't lie, I was a bit scared. I will not lie. But they came and they were just so warm. Your mom was so warm. Like, she kept on saying, Bukola, how are you? Are you fine? And she just made me really feel comfortable. She made me feel at home. So you have really sweet parents. Yeah, so they're really sweet people. You didn't ask me about how I'm doing, but I'm going to say it regardless.
Sorry, Jare, how are you?
Um, I'm angry, very angry. Yes, I'm angry. You've been listening to the pod now, so you must have heard when I said I have
Mm,
issues with my current
the
laptop.
coffee.
Yeah, so I ordered from a new for a new one from Nigeria. Biggest mistake ever, 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 ever. So
Uh-uh.
the laptop got to Brazil on Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yes. Yeah, it got to Brazil on Thursday. Then I said I should come and pay money to collect my laptop. I should come and pay clearing fee. And the
Mm,
clearing like almost triple the price I got the laptop. How? How? I just told them to send it
what?
back home. I told them to send it back home. Yeah, I told them to send it back home because what do I want to do? Because that would equate.
You said you told her
Honestly,
to
now,
send it back home.
paying that money would just mean that paying the money would mean I'm buying the laptop for 4 times its value. Like I'm paying like 4 times the laptop's value for the laptop, and it does not make any logical
Mm-hmm.
sense. I was like, they should send it back, but I've been so angry because I know it's in Brazil and I can't get it. I can't
Wait,
see
did
the
did
laptop,
they agree
and they
to
have.
send it back home? Because I feel
So
like
they
sending
said
it back
that
home too would be another shipping fee, Abby.
na me go pay am. I don't think I'll be paying that though. So what they said was that they said they would keep it with them for 21 days. Then if I did not pay the money within 21 days, then they'll send it back home automatically. I don't have to do anything on my end. But me, I'm now telling them that
Mm.
they should not wait for 21 days. They should just please. Even 21 days, I'm not going to pay that money. I'm
You're
not going
still not
to
going to
pay.
pay it.
Like they should
No
just
need.
21 days, just send it back. Just let it go back. Seriously. So that's one conversation I've been having. I've been going having back and forth with them, making calls. Funny thing is I've like been trying to call the customer care. So maybe I'll speak with someone that is reasonable. But unfortunately for me, I've been speaking to like the same set of people. So when I just say my
Mm.
name, they're like, we spoke to you the other time, we already explained to you,
Mm.
and I'm like,
They usually record, like they have they track these conversations. So once you say your phone number, they will just
oh.
pull up your record and see that they'll say this person again, this person again.
Having worked in customer service, I mean, I'm still slightly doing that as well now. I know how annoying it can be to have one customer that does not listen to instruction. Like it's very annoying.
Ads. Like, so it could have been better if you even just bought it from Brazil.
Do you understand? And I was trying to. That's it. I was trying to beat the system. I was trying to be smart. So I said, let me buy from Nigeria because it's very expensive. Yeah. Let me just beat the
Mm-hmm.
system again. And I was just thinking, like, it's only one laptop. Why am I paying shipping fee for just one laptop? It's insane. Oh. When I saw the
Really?
fee, I started crying. I cry a lot. When I saw the fee, I just started crying. Ha, God, that big. What? Really,
Such
you
a
is like we're
crybaby.
laughing about this now, but it wasn't fun. It wasn't
Really.
fun at all.
Imagine,
Thank you.
imagine,
Thank you.
imagine like already planning that you're going to use this thing for this thing. You're like, oh, it will arrive this time. By this time, I'll start using it. And then it arrives, and you're not telling you that thing. And you're like, God, I beg.
I was already thinking of how to flex my muscle, everything. Then you're not telling, and I cannot even vex. Like it's not an amount that I can actually say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to pay it. I cannot
Just
say
vex.
that. I can't. I
No
can't.
matter how
I
you
feel
vex,
so
the body
helpless
would agree to come out.
from nowhere. If they squeeze me like this, nowhere.
If they throw you up and do like this, shake you to still off.
My dear, there's nobody anywhere. So that's just that about that shop.
Oh,
It's sad, but
that's
we
so
move,
sad.
we move, we move.
Sorry.
It is.
Virtual hugs, my
Thank
dear.
you. Okay. So on today's episode of the pod, friend, we will be talking about living in diaspora living, however you say it. And basically we'll just
Mm-hmm.
be talking about, let me just say, surviving loneliness and building an identity outside your home country. Those are the main aspects of today's conversation. And we'll try our best to, share as much as we can and just have a chit chat about living in the diaspora. So back to how we met and back to the day we met. Do you know why I went for that event? I went for that event because I really wanted to meet people.
Mm.
I was so like I felt so lonely, and I felt like the two places I could get friends were from the church and probably just attending other school events like that. So I think I spoke to somebody in the church about not having places to go to, not having anybody to talk to. Then
Mm.
the person added me to the mailing list of grad students, black grad students association or whatever. Then they had, before the paint and sip, they had an event. They had a fun game day event or something like games day event. So I went for that one, but I felt
Mm.
totally out of place. I don't know how to explain it, because I now realized when I got there that the black students are not black Africans. Like they are not Africans. They are black Americans. I feel like we have, I don't know. I just felt a bit, I did not just feel, it was just different. Like I didn't really have anybody say hello to me. I just got there. It
Mm-hmm.
felt so cold. Then I just like sat somewhere and it was just so somehow. And I almost did not attend the paint and sip. I was like, what's the point of going for a paint and sip when I had gone for one
Yeah.
event and I did not like
Uh-huh.
it? But then thank God I went for the paint and sip events, because I now met somebody that was able to, I met someone that was just able to be my friend during that period. And even she's still my friend till now. And, as long as God permits, she'll be my friend. And she's a very sweet person.
Amen.
So I just want to know, did you also attend the event for similar reasons, to network, to make friends, to meet somebody? Were you hoping that you go there and you just connect with somebody, or you just attended the event because you wanted to leave your house? Which one?
I think all of the above. Everything you said, joy. So I think that weekend I was maybe grad school life is it's something else. It's busy, it's stressful,
Mhm.
whatever. And I think that weekend maybe I had like not too much to do, maybe not too many deadlines coming up. Plus, I don't think most times when those events, when the male, events coming up, it's always maybe there's a conflict with my schedule, or
Yeah.
there's some sort of misalignment and I'm not able to attend. So that one was on a weekend, I think. Was it? Maybe I think it was on a Sunday. So it kind of worked out. I was free and I was,
Yeah, it was Sunday. It
it
was on a
doesn't hurt.
Sunday in the evening.
Like, yeah, like just go out and, see who you see. If you connect with anybody, fine. If you don't connect with anybody, fine. But sure, let me leave my house and do something. So it was for a mix of reasons, one, just finding something to do because I had time, and other reasons like meeting people. And as God could have it, by God's divine intervention, I met this girl. Look at you.
Actually, but funny thing is that I think the work did not stop at when we met, because yeah, we met, and like the way I met you, I met other people. I met people in church that I vibed with from the first
Mm-hmm.
conversation, but there was no follow up. There was no check-in after. There was no friendship building. It was just what it was. We met and that was it. But with you, I got your number. I don't know. I think I texted you first and I was like, oh, I'm the babe you met at the event, save my number, da 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 da. Making friends as an adult, say, feels like you're trying to be in a relationship with people. Because it's weird. Because why am I texting you? No, I'm embarrassed.
It's the weirdest thing. I'm not even going to lie. It's literally the weirdest thing. Like, it's
It's
almost
weird.
like you're talking to one man. It's like,
See, do you
the
know
same
the
way
thing
you're
is
like,
that
oh, I don't want to do too much, so he doesn't see me as, this. It's the
I don't
same
understand.
thing.
We overthink everything. Like you don't want to like you're over calculating. Like I don't want to text her now. She feel like I'm too desperate. The only thing is it happened with me and one boy like that. So I met this Nigerian dude too in front of like campus gates. I
Mm-hmm.
was going to where was I going to? I think I was going to what's the name of that store that starts with a T? Not Trader Joe. I forgotten. I was going somewhere. I just saw the guy wearing native. And I was like, oh, you're Nigerian. He said, oh, yeah, he's Nigerian. He's here for his MBA. I was like, oh, that's nice. Then we just talked and then I got his number. Because I was so open
Mm-hmm.
to meeting people. I wanted to meet people. I wanted to like, I can be confident at times and I can be very expressive. I was like, oh, let me get your number. I got his number. Then I texted this guy and I noticed that I was acting like I was wooing him. I felt like I was trying to check him. And I'm like, I'm just trying to like make friends, really. It
And
felt
I,
so
I
weird.
feel him. And I feel him. I feel where he was coming from too, because I think here, coming from, I don't know how it is in Brazil, but I've been here long
Mm-hmm.
enough to know how it is in some sense. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
if we're not classmates, we're not working on a school project together, why else do you want to talk to me? Like,
So we can be friends. So we can
and maybe
so we can
maybe
do
he-
this.
maybe he did not get the memo. You did not explain to him that you're new here, you're trying to make friends. So he's like,
I
what's this
did.
girl up
I
to?
did. I even explained. No, I did. I was like, oh, I just came in. I'm here for an exchange program. Oh, I live down the street. Like I live down the street. I said everything, and I
You were
messaged this
pitching
boy.
yourself.
I think he first heard me. I even hate when people hear me. This guy heard me for like days. Then he now came back and was like, "Oh, he did not see my message. How am I?" Then I think I was like, "Oh, I'm fine." I was even trying to like get to know him. It felt the other thing now, like
Mm.
replaying this now feels stupid. It feels like replaying this now, I feel so stupid. I feel like okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But then how do we what conversation would I have had with him? It was like, oh, I was trying to get to know the person. This guy was taking years to respond. I just got so pissed. Then I posted a picture on my status and he goes, he said one stupid, maybe like fine, one rubbish thing like that. I was like, is this one okay? When did this start? Is
Block,
everybody fine?
block,
I
block,
just
block, block,
yeah, I
block,
just
block,
blocked
block.
him. Like I just blocked him because I was so pissed. And I'm like, making friends as an adult is just so hard because you don't even know their intentions. Sometimes your intention is pure, but theirs might not be, and it's annoying. But thank God, Sha.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I texted you, I don't know if you saved my number, but you invited me to an event, and I feel like
I don't think I
that
saved
event
your
was
number
what sealed it.
immediately. I don't think I saved your number immediately. In fact, what I do
I've
when
got to
I
shake
when
you on
I
this
when
one.
I when I meet somebody, like,
Mm-hmm.
and we've not really connected, one, I don't save your number
Mm-hmm.
immediately. Two, even if I save your number
Mm-hmm.
because maybe I know you will call and it will not be weird saying, oh, who is this? Like, I'll save it and then I will block you from viewing my status.
Yeah, I do that a lot as well.
So
I
I don't
don't
even
allow
think I saved
like
your
I don't
number,
allow
but like
people.
when you're now texting, I was like, okay. I was like, okay. And then even when I invited you for the event, Sep, I was like, I was a bit hesitant. I was like, she seemed like a really cool person. Like, let me just see. It doesn't hurt. And then you are so
Well,
receptive and so open.
I'm a cool babe now. I'm a
No,
cool
you're a
babe.
cool babe.
So yeah, talking about living in diaspora, do you think like I mean, I feel like you traveled to the US when you were a bit younger. So definitely a lot has changed about you, but like not I'm not talking about like changes that come with growth, just like normal changes that come with like exposure. Do you think like a lot has changed about your view of the world since you traveled? Like you now see things differently because you've been in the US long enough to understand things from other perspectives, or yeah.
Yeah, I for sure I would say so. It's kind of hard to say because you've not lived in both worlds. Like, I've not lived my 20s in Nigeria
Mm,
before. The only 20s I know
yeah,
is in the US. So it's kind of hard. There is no side
actually.
by side comparison. But if I were to answer hypothetically, I would say for sure. I feel like just there are a lot of things that are different here, like policies, laws, like here, different from Nigeria, even identity, religious practices, even just people you see day to day, like skin color, everything is different.
Mm-hmm.
Values are different, like culture is different, everything is different. So I feel like I'm just maybe more open-minded. I wouldn't say, I think
Yeah.
at the core of it, I'm still very much Nigerian. Like, I still hold my values, like
Mm-hmm.
everything there and near to my heart. But I think I'm more open minded for sure. My outlook on life is probably different with, some cultural practices and things we thought were
Mm-hmm.
normal or things we thought could only be done this way. Like, you know what? They're actually options, they're actually choices. Like, it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to get married like right after undergrad. You can actually do other things with
Get
your
more
life.
degree.
Like, there is no what. I feel like I'm at a place where I challenge a lot of things. And I like to say in my
Yeah.
family, I'm the person that challenges like norms and traditions. I have conversations with my parents
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, it's actually very possible for a young lady to decide she doesn't want to get married or have kids, and that's fine.
You're
And then
you're
we go back and
triggering
forth, that
statements that would trigger
conversation.
an African parents. Yeah.
I feel like if I was in Nigeria, I probably wouldn't be having those kind of conversations. So, it's just little things like that. But yeah.
Yes, yes, I know. But like from everything you said, I have two questions for you. Let me just say them out loud so I don't forget before I share my experience too on how I feel. One you can actually answer right away. Do you feel like you said you got your experience of being in your 20s in the US. So do you feel American enough or like 'cause apparently, I don't know if you feel Nigerian enough. Do you feel on the fence sometimes? Do you feel like you're not Nigerian enough to be Nigerian, and at the same time you're not American enough to consider yourself an American? And do you just sometimes feel out of place? Do you feel like you don't fit perfectly into any of this context
Yeah. Worlds.
perfectly?
Yeah. So that is a very good question. And I think this is a conversation I have with like anybody that cares to have the conversation with me.
Mhm.
And I'm happy I'm having it here on this platform.
Yeah.
I tell people that I feel like I'm in the middle of two worlds. And
Yeah.
I think I recently started embracing it and seeing it as a good thing and not as a disadvantage or a bad thing. So my
Mhm.
formative years was in Nigeria. I left Nigeria when I was
Mhm.
18. So
Mhm.
pretty much I did up to I finished secondary school or high school. I
Mhm.
was already in the university when I left. So, yeah, that part. And then I came here and I started college. And when I came, the first few years was very hard because I was like in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't really identify as like in this college environment. I couldn't quite
Mhm.
identify with my peers there. And there were also no
Mhm.
Nigerians there for me to connect with. Like the school I went to, most of the classes, if not all, I attended, I was the only Black person in the classes I took.
Hmm.
So it was like this very lonely world. And then
Yeah.
even when like few years in, I had been here for a while, when I talk, people will still be like, huh? Like, what was that? So it's like the accent was still not accenting. Like, do I need to go and unlearn and relearn everything I've known these past 18 years to try to
Yeah.
fit in and blend into this new
Fitting.
world?
Mhm.
So it just felt like I was like, and to my Nigerian friends at that point, we're not really connecting anymore. There was this gap going on. So at that point, I wasn't like super connected to my Nigerian peers again, but I also was struggling to connect
Mhm.
with this new environment. It was quite a struggle, and I would say like
I can
it's been a
imagine
struggle for
actually.
me even up until now. But it's just something I'm accepting that it's fine. Like here, I don't know if I should get into this side of the conversation, but even with dating and, relationships here, I tell my friends and my family that I have a hard time connecting with people that are not Nigerians. And even going beyond
Yeah.
being Nigerian, people that like Nigerians that were born and raised here, as much as they are Nigerians, there is just this gap. If you don't have
Friends
a bit
and
of
cultural value.
maybe you went back to Nigeria, you went to school for a few years, or you were born in Nigeria and you moved maybe when you were 13 or 15. Like, if there is no balance, I just feel like as much as
There
we're,
would always be a
same
disconnect.
Nigerians, maybe even same Igbo, the same culture, the same tradition, everything, there's just this disconnect
Mm-hmm.
that just keeps coming up. And I think it's fine. Like, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I try to force myself to be American. Like, as I tell my friend that I'm American on paper, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'm
I
very
totally
fine
agree.
with that. I'm American on paper.
Yeah.
Once I connect with my Niger people, it's over. Like, that's it. And I feel
I
like
agree.
that was why Buki and I were able to connect very well when we saw, because like I was just like, so there's always this vibe when I meet my
Serious, because
Nigerian
we
side that is
funny enough,
like
we still had a lot
instant
of.
click, and my American side is just struggling to
Mm-hmm.
catch up. But it's fine. It is what it is. It's okay. I'm fine.
Yeah, actually. So I don't know. In short, like the way you're able to like handle this situation is just by accepting it as what it is. You don't have to fit in. You can be different. So far, you're doing the right things and you're getting by your cool. And I think that was something too that actually attracted me to you. It's just like. I don't want to use the word realness, but that's how to describe it. Because I just felt like this babe wasn't really forming like an accent or something. Like, why don't you have one? We have people that travel abroad and in 6 months, they're already like, water. I want to drink a bottle of water.
I'm
That
gonna
was an
wanna gonna
issue.
gonna.
It's so nice to see like, you've not let go of your identity. Do you think that you were forced to appreciate your roots more because you just feel like, this other place is not for me. So I don't have to try to fit in, and I'm not going to try to fit in. I'm just going to stay with what I know. Or do you think your parents actually played a role in this? Because your parents too, I don't see them as people that are trying to fit in. They're just themselves. Very lively, very fun, very authentic. So do you think you saw them do that and you just felt like, okay, there is really no need to, because I can imagine you talking in class and everybody saying, you want to like change something. You have the urge to change something about how you speak or about how you first present yourself to these people. So like,
Mhm.
what do you think has given you that would I say strength or just the courage to remain yourself amidst like the pressure to give in or to fit in?
Yeah. And like, I'm just going to say something with the accent thing. I remember moving here like maybe 6 months, definitely less than a year after I
Mm-hmm.
moved. And I was still very much in contact with my, Nigerian classmates or my classmates back in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria. And I remember like I had at least 3 people ask me, Stella Maris, when will you change your accent? I
That
was like,
is
huh?
like the
Like, change from what to what? Like, I asked them, I'm like, please, oh, where are they selling new accents? Let me go and buy. Because
mm-hmm.
I don't know where you want me to change the accent to. I don't know. Is there like
Yeah.
a store? Is there a market to go and buy new accent? And they're expecting me few months in and I start, speaking like that, like that. I'm like, see, guys, life is
Yeah.
already stressful as is. Like, life is so stressful and hard for me to now go and add another stressor on top of everything going on. No, I will not do
Yeah.
that. But to answer your question, I feel like maybe just the way
Mm-hmm.
I was raised, like I think my parents brought me and my siblings up to just be authentic, just be yourself. Like if you're not yourself, who else do you want to be? Like there is only one you. There is only
Actually,
like who are you trying to copy? To what end?
the
How
right one.
much can you copy the person? So just be
Yeah.
yourself. So I think that was something that even after I moved here kept me going. And then, like you mentioned, my parents were here. So I think just having that like family grounding being around my parents,
Mm-hmm.
being around Igbo community. So when I moved, like
Mm-hmm.
my first community was the Igbo community. So I'm Catholic.
Yeah.
So we have this Igbo Catholic community in the area, in the Bay Area. So we would always go to
Mm-hmm.
the Igbo church. The church around me, there were like Igbos around. We would, go for choir practice, Igbo parties. Those were the kind of events I was exposed to. And
Mm-hmm.
I think also being with my parents, it's like, where else would you be going to? And then I remember then when I recently came, my dad was so maybe protective of me as he should. Like, I'm like, when I go to school and, I meet some of my classmates, there was this class
Mm-hmm.
I was in, it was like a speaking class, and I had,
Yeah.
classmates from everywhere, and they would invite me for events. My dad is like, do you know this person? Where do you know you're going to? Do you know the bus line? Do you know this one? By the time you finish asking me those questions,
Mm-hmm.
the long and short of it is you cannot go. You're not going anywhere. So I'll just sit
Yeah.
I'll just try to stay at home and not go anywhere. So I feel like it was, just having family, having like Igbo people around me. I think it helps me stay grounded, and then just knowing myself, like still holding on to my values. When I moved to the
Mm-hmm.
US, I don't think I had any, like I didn't have any agenda, so to say. Like I wasn't like, oh, I'm looking forward to coming here. Like what I will do, I'll start clubbing, I'll start doing
Yeah.
this, I'll start. I was just like a simple girl, just moving, like just continue with life. So I didn't have anything that was like I must do this. If I don't do this, so it was just
Mm-hmm.
like life just kept going, and I was just living my life. And with the accent one, you can only do what you can do. If you say something and they ask you to repeat, you repeat.
You
If it's
repeat.
your choice of word and there is another word that you can use to, you can,
Yeah.
if there's a synonym basically that will maybe help. Somehow, they will understand. If all
They'll get
else
it.
fails, thankfully I can write. I write. Somehow we will communicate. That
It cannot be
communication
that.
will
It can't be
happen.
that bad anyway.
No, it
Actually,
wasn't
you
that
know,
bad, but somehow we shall communicate.
yeah, although this was not like part of the question I wanted to ask you, but I think I should ask too. Like, there was an episode we did on colorism, I and my previous co-host where we spoke about being dark and, just in the Nigerian context, but being a black person in the US too, and like you're a dark skinned black. Do you
Mm,
feel like, have you ever felt somehow, or like, did you at some point feel like you needed to change something about your skin tone, or you just vibed with it like you have with every other thing, or you don't have to answer it. It was not part of like the questions I intended to ask you. It just came up via the conversation.
this is another good question, and now I'm feeling like with the way I'm answering these questions, people that will be listening will be like, "Ah, this girl, you're doing as if your own is perfect." Nothing gets to you. You're just swinging everything.
Like, I mean, it's no, seriously. I feel like if there are sometimes that you just feel like you're so confident in who you are about like yourself, your personality, and you feel like you don't have to change anything because you also have people that boost your confidence. Like you can have your parents that are telling you that you're good the way you are, and you really don't need to change anything about yourself. Does not mean you're perfect, and does not mean like in other areas too you're not questioning things or you're not having doubts about yourself. It's normal for you to feel confident in like certain things, with your accents, with your look, with like they're just normal. Don't worry, we're not going to think you're perfect. We know nobody's
Yeah.
perfect,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Honestly, I've not been conscious about it. Like when I get into certain spaces, most spaces actually, I can tell that I'm the only black person there, or I'm one of the
Yeah.
few black people there. So I can like it's just something I noticed. But like when I notice it, it doesn't now make me feel bad. Like, oh, why are you the only I feel a sense of pride because I'm like, oh,
Mm,
I made it into this space. Like this space is dominated by this other kind of people, but somehow I'm
yeah,
here. So I'm just like,
you're
okay,
there.
1% of the 1%.
Actually, do you know that when I came to Brazil as well, for my program, I the only black person. We were just two black women in my class. And in a way, it felt like a thing of pride. Like, I felt really happy with myself. I was like, okay, like you guys are not used to seeing black people in this space. And I'm here. Hello. I'm here to stay. And it
Mm-hmm.
always just made me feel so like confident and just feel so excited to be there. But there were times too that I felt like I didn't fit in totally, like I didn't belong. Like, let me put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I just felt like, okay, I'm here, but maybe there's a reason why I'm not actually supposed to be here. I just felt maybe the things that like I said in class did not make sense. I felt like, I don't know, a lot of times though, like during my own program, my master's program, I really felt like I was out of place and I did not totally fit in because I didn't find people that I could align with. So like, in your case, you're very lucky that you saw it like completely as a thing of like pride. For me, yeah, at first I saw it as a thing of pride, but at some point I started getting cold feet. Like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you're making black people proud in this class? Are you sure you're making Africans proud in this class? Are
And
you sure that?
I know you guys have talked about imposter syndrome like in previous
Yeah.
episodes, and I'm not going to say like now. I think it's like a mindset shift. Now I try to,
Mm-hmm.
focus on you're doing something right. You deserve to be here. Like the fact that you're here means that there is something, special about you. But there are also
Yeah.
times when it puts a lot of pressure on me and I also doubt, like, oh, do I really deserve to be here? And I had those moments a
Mm-hmm.
lot during my grad program where,
Yeah.
at least in my case, it's not just that I'm black, it's also that I'm an immigrant. So even when there are other black people in the room, it's like
So
when
many
I introduce
categories,
myself,
man. So
I
many
always I always
categories.
like to add that I'm Nigerian. So I'm a Nigerian
Yeah.
American. I'm a Nigerian immigrant. So that's like, as much as there could be 5 black people in this room, that kind of distinguishes me from the other 4 black people. So it's like
Yeah.
an extra layer of identity that I have. And sometimes it comes with a lot of like burden because, I'm trying to prove that I'm worthy. I'm trying to prove that I deserve this spot. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to fall my hand. I don't want to fall my family's hand. It's like, you're not just here for yourself. Like I tell myself, I'm not just here for myself. I'm representing this whole, like, I'm representing
Exactly.
myself,
You are right.
representing my family, and representing Nigeria as a whole. So you must be on your A game. And it
Yes.
adds an extra
Yes.
layer of pressure, but
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. And sometimes I
It
remember
is
during
what
my
it
grad
is.
my grad program, I thought about, like, I think it was my first semester. It was really hard. And I started questioning myself. I was like, do you really deserve a spot here? Like, did these people make a good decision giving you a chance? Like, they could have given this spot to someone else. It was so bad. Like, it was really bad. But
So
I
yeah,
had
from this
support and I had
conversation
people
now.
pushing me. So it worked out.
Yeah, from this conversation now, one thing I can actually say is I think imposter syndrome is very prevalent in grad students. I feel like as a grad student, there will be a time where you just question your whole, would I say purpose or your whole yourself. You just question yourself and your competence. I remember my first semester as well. I started telling people that I was going to run away. Like I remember calling home. I said nobody brought me here. Nobody's paying for my school fees, literally. So I can just run away. Like I can just run away because I just felt like I wasn't getting anything.
But
Let's
the
just
thing
cut it
too,
there.
the thing too with academia, and I've heard from
Mm-hmm.
people, is it's not a game of proving who is the smartest. That's not the point. It's just,
Yeah,
you're experiencing challenges and it's testing your problem solving skills, your,
exactly. Well,
ways to navigate things, and just your resilience. So
your resilience is going to stretch you. It will stretch you. And at a point, you feel like, why am I even doing this thing? Why am I doing? I was like, if I would ever even do my PhD, not now. I need a break. I need a break. I know, so it will test you. No, 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 no. It will
first
test you.
semester of grad school, all the wild thoughts I was having.
Like, should I run
Nobody sent
away?
me
Why
here,
am I
oh.
doing this?
Especially being in a school like UC Berkeley, where the smart people are in one room, and then like it's like you're
Mm-hmm.
watching your peers. This one is doing this like interesting thing. This one is like people are
Mm-hmm.
pitching. People are doing things. Everybody is doing something interesting. They're just like, what is going on here? What am
What
I
am
doing
I
with my
doing
own
now?
life?
How am I contributing? What is my contribution to the academic world? That's
Yeah.
in what areas, please. In one word, describe your social life in one word.
Ha.
One word. I did not
um,
say one sentence.
oh God. Why you asking me hard questions?
Very simple question. Oh yeah, in a sentence, describe your social life.
It's just there. It's there.
Yeah, my own is inexistent. I don't have a social life.
Is it?
But yeah, let's just talk about it. You know, you mentioned how you were unable to really mix with natives. So do you feel like this has made you feel lonely? Because I can imagine being in a class where you do not have close friends because you're the only black person and you're unable to connect with like your classmates, and then you're moving through college without a very close friend. Do you sometimes wish you have a bestie, a BFF that you made in college? I feel like I'm asking you so many questions at the same time. Let's take it one at a time. You said you do have a very hard time connecting with people, but there are times where you tried and this inability to connect, does it make you feel lonely sometimes?
Yeah. Honestly, I do have a hard time connecting with people, and
Mm-hmm.
I do not. Okay, I try, but I don't think I try enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not pride or anything. I'm just not that person that starts a conversation. It's just what it is. And even when I met Buki, I think she initiated the conversation. And then I just, like, I feed off energy. Like, I almost never will reach out in a social space. Like, I almost never will be the person to, like, go to you and say hello and then start a conversation, and then eventually exchange contacts. But
Mm-hmm.
when you start it and and the vibe is there, I'm a yapper. Like, I would catch the vibe and I would roll with it. So I feel like, and I feel like most people are like me, where they're usually not the first ones to reach out for
Make the
friendship
move.
or anything like that. So when you're in a space where everybody's like that, all of us will be looking at each other now. We say
Well,
hi, we say
well.
hi. After the event, everybody go your own. Life goes on. We continue. So, like, I meet people and maybe we text for a few times, but it's not like something that continues. So the continuity is inexistent or non-existent. But
That's a bad way from a friend to another friend. That's a bad behavior, like bad character. You need to change. Why are you not making the first move? Like, this is friendship, it's not a relationship where you're waiting for the guy to make the first move. Why do
I
you need
don't
somebody
know.
else to
I
decide? Why
don't
do you
know.
need,
And it,
because now you're waiting for people to pick you, you're not doing the picking. Why are you not picking people you want to connect with?
I don't know. I don't know, honestly. And it did not start
That's
today. It did not start today. It did not start when I moved to the US. It has always been like that.
mm,
That has always been me. So, like, even the friends I had back in Nigeria, I did not
mm-hmm.
go and meet them like, hey, it was, I don't know, but most times, and again, this is not from a place of pride.
Sounds like
It's
pride.
not just, it's not just in me to be the first person to, like, start the conversation. But once you start, you will be like, so you can talk like this. But
Well, I get
I
it.
think, and another thing too about me is that I don't know how to force friendships or relationships. So
Mm,
if I try and it's not looking as if, you know, I'll just let it be. Like, I rather have maybe three close friends that I'm like, these are my people, than
yeah.
10 individuals that are just all over the place. If I try
Actually,
to
like,
form a connection, actually, there was one connection I tried to form. There was one connection I tried to
mm-hmm.
form. So she was like, we met in grad school. I think we met in my first semester. She was another black girl from East Africa. So we used to, like,
Mm,
do assignments together, stuff like that. And then I think we were taking one class together. And then the first semester, I don't think we're taking any class together, but I still try to, like, continue the relationship and the friendship. And we had gone out once to, like, just hang out and eat. And I think she offered to buy me, like, to pay for my to pay for what I ate, which was really nice, which was cute. We caught up, like gisted, all of that, all of that. And then I tried to return the favor, and I invited her to my apartment one time. I like cooking. I enjoy cooking. So if I
Yep, yeah.
invite you to come to my house and eat, just know I love you. So I invited her to my apartment. I think it was on a Sunday to come. And
Mm-hmm.
she just she didn't tell me she didn't tell me something came up or she couldn't make it. Like the whole afternoon, evening passed, and then I reached out later. I was like, "Hey, what's up? Are you okay?" And then she responded that she was down or something. I don't even know. Sha, it did not really make sense what she said. I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem. I hope you feel better. Let me know, like, if you would like to reschedule and to when." And she didn't, I think she just left me on red or something. But sha, the thing pained me.
Oh, that must
See,
have been
these
so,
are the
so
issues.
painful.
These are the issues.
That must have been so, so, so painful. Sorry, Pele.
It
Sorry,
pained me.
sorry.
And then
See, it's very hard when.
we saw a few weeks later or like few months later, and she didn't even like talk
Mhm.
about it or be like, "Hey, like, oh, I'm
I'm
sorry about
sorry.
the other
Uh-huh.
time, like she just acted like it never happened." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. We moved." So
I was talking to a friend about something like this. I think on Monday. So I was reporting somebody to my friend. I was like, I don't like when people say they are going to do something and they act like they do not remember it. Let me give you an example. Let's say I just tell you that, oh, maybe we need to hang out or I'm coming to your place. Then I don't show up and I don't feel the need to reach out to you to tell you that. I don't know why people do it. And my friend was like, oh, maybe people have like different home training and we're holding them to our moral standards. That's why we're feeling hurt. But I'm like, some things are just basic things. I feel like some
common
things are just
sense,
common sense.
like
How do you not
courtesy,
know that you are not like you're supposed to tell exactly courtesy, basic morals, like you're supposed to tell
manners,
somebody that, oh, okay, I'm not available, I cannot come. So like
social
why
skills.
do you social skills, everything? Because make it make sense. Like I can see that this thing she did is a bad thing. You can see that this thing she did is a bad thing. So why are we supposed to make an excuse for her and believe that, oh, she has a different home training? That's why she did not see it as a bad thing. A bad thing is a bad thing. I feel like I don't know. We should not blame. I was telling my friend that sometimes it's not about holding people to our moral standards. Just some things are just like basic. Basic. Let's stop making excuses for people. Everybody, like, we're all adults and we all know what we are doing. It's very good that we give
Mhm.
people second chances. Like, oh, okay, you fucked up once. Oh yeah, let's try to fix it. And if they do not want to fix it, stop making assumptions and thinking that, oh, they don't know what they are doing. Oh, maybe they see things from a different perspective. They did not see anything from a different perspective.
Exactly.
They know what they are doing. Like, man,
They know
we
like
all know
mad.
what we are
They
doing.
know
We
like
are very much
crazy.
aware. Very much aware.
They know. What was
Yeah,
annoying with that one was like I had already cooked, I had prepared, like I bought, like I
oh,
was actually hosting somebody. Like
sorry,
I made
sorry.
like nice food, make everything was homemade.
Mhm.
And oh, I remember what she told me. She said something came up and her energy was off. And she did not want to come with that.
My sister, on your
It just did
energy
not make
back. What
sense
do you
to me.
mean?
And like I think we're supposed to meet like
She
maybe
just didn't want
around,
to come. She
let's say
just did
like
not make
5 or 6.
plans.
And she didn't text until I texted maybe around like 7 or 8. So I'm like, if your energy was off, like I understand, things come up. Somebody could have pissed you like an hour or two before. You just needed time by
Then you
yourself. Like you could have
communicate. Then you
just texted and
communicate. Like,
like
how did you to say, oh, babes, oh, I was really looking forward to like being at your place, but I'm sorry, I cannot make it. How hard? People just make this life so complicated. And I kept on telling my friend, I was so pissed when I was like explaining things to her. I was like, I don't know why people just make this world so complicated. They just make it so hard for you to be expressive. Because now you feel stupid for texting her. You feel stupid for even reaching out. So you just be like, I could
me
have just
self,
left her
even me, like
alone.
I wasn't even mad at how I was still very gentle, and I was like, oh, no problem. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know things happen, blah blah blah. Like just let me know when you would like to. We can always
She can't
reschedule for
air
another
you.
time. It was
That
sure
must have been
annoying,
so
but
painful.
see, I would rather, like I said, I would rather, having a few people that,
Yeah.
when I need them, they show up than having many people, and then it's like you don't have anybody. And thankfully, there is social media. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's something to thank technology for. At least, even though I'm not with my friends or my sisters, they're a call away. You can always FaceTime, you can always
Yeah,
call, you can
literally.
always catch up with people. So, and I understand that, human interaction and connection is important, and you cannot equate it with, just
Mm-hmm.
talking over the phone and all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
you gotta do what you gotta do. Make do with what you
Yeah, you
have.
know,
And
yeah. And funny thing is, I kind of enjoy experiencing people. Like, I enjoy meeting new people. It's just nice. It's like there's a thrill that comes with it. Like, just meeting somebody and just seeing how they think about life, very different views and very different perspective. And I've been thinking of,
Mhm.
like, I was still talking to a friend this evening about how I feel like I need to meet more people, and I didn't like I don't know how to go about it, especially in Brazil, because I feel one of the major challenges I'm facing here when it comes to meeting new people and just connecting with new people is the language barrier. Like, there are a lot of
Mm,
things I can't still do with Portuguese. I can't vex in Portuguese. I can't para because the words are not coming to my head. The curse words that are coming to my head, I cannot imagine myself saying them out loud. So like, I'm angry with you, but in Portuguese, like if I'm angry with a Brazilian, now I have to like talk very calmly because I'm thinking about my words. I don't know how to
mm,
shout. I don't know how to like say those like very, or maybe I'm not like that in English anyway. So I wouldn't even be like that when I'm speaking Portuguese. But yeah, that's by the way. Actually, she was advising me to like start like investing in my hobbies to meet people that I like or that I could connect with. But there's still the question too of you trying to force yourself on people. Because I think friendship will only work when we have two people that are willing to connect. The
be-
the lady I was talking to today too, she's Brazilian. She's my only Brazilian friend. And it was easy because she was also willing to be friends with me. Like she was putting in the same amount of energy as I was. Still, it
yeah.
was the same thing. I didn't feel like it was one sided. You were putting in the same energy, and as I was putting, I invited myself to your house for Thanksgiving. You did not push me away, and you cooked for me. So yeah, there's a need to feel like accepted. There's a need to feel like you're just like a part of something. And me, personally, I think I want to be making moves. I feel bored. I feel like I can't have like a get together in my house. I can't have a meet and greet. I can't invite people over. I don't have anybody to invite. It's bad, isn't it?
I mean, I feel bored sometimes. Sometimes, so it's not every
Yeah.
time. Sometimes, but
Obviously, it's not every time, but there are those
again,
times you.
again, I think I'm all about like protecting my energy and my space. And like you said,
Yeah,
friendship is mutual. Like, I don't want to be investing everything. It's just like relationship too. Like, it's not one sided. I don't want to
yeah,
be putting in effort and investing, and it's not, you're not giving back in
reciprocated.
some
Mm-hmm.
measure. So it feels stressful that way. So I
Mm-hmm.
would rather like both of us, we are really intentional about this thing. And don't get me wrong, oh, it's not that I don't make move. I just remembered I actually made a move today, though it wasn't like I was like the move I made
Today?
wasn't like I was trying to form friendship, but something interesting happened today. So on my way back from church, I had just like come out of church and I was waiting for my ride.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, like he's in the media team. I think that's what they call it. People doing video. He's in the
Uh-huh.
media team. So he was outside. I don't know what he was doing, but there was this couple living. So they said hi to
Mm-hmm.
him. And then they're like, "Oh, what's your name again?" And then he said, I think it was Deshola. And because they are not
Mm-hmm.
like Nigerians, they were struggling to, get the correct pronunciation.
Uh-huh.
And then they said it back and he corrected them and they said it again. He was like, yeah, that's right. So when I heard the conversation and the back and forth, I was like, oh, Deshala, you're Nigerian, right? He said yes. I said Yoruba. He said yes. And then we started talking and then he was like, oh, where are you from? And then I told him Igbo and, told him where in Igbo
Mm-hmm.
I'm from. Then he asked me in Igbo. That's how I was like,
Oh, it's
but you know
people.
how to speak Igbo. And then I
Interesting.
answered, I was like,
That's
oh, unfortunately, I
interesting.
don't know the Yoruba version of it. Oh. But like, how did you get
How are
to
you
learn
there?
Igbo? How do you know
Bawoni now.
Igbo? And then,
Mm-hmm.
we had a bit of chit chat and, nothing serious, nothing deep. I wasn't expecting anything serious, but anyway, Kisha was like, he's going back for second service because he's also like serving in church. I was like, okay. Me, I'm done for the day. I'm sure heading to my house. He was like, okay, have a good one. See you next week. I said, see you next week too. And I left. So I guess I tried. That was me, you know, trying to have a conversation. It's
You
not
tried
like
your
bad,
best. You
bad.
tried
Like
your
I
best.
never talk to people, and I just sit down like a princess and wait for them
Yeah.
to come and talk to me.
I mean, there's no crime in doing that as well. But yeah, it's nice. But then you have to like read the room as well. For instance, that conversation now it did not lead to can I have your number? So you have to keep it moving.
No, we just
And
talked
when you
about
see him in
Nigeria.
church,
I was like, oh, how long have you been here? He asked me, and he was like, oh, have you visited since he came? I said, no. It was just like a bit of back and forth. Normal when you meet the Nigerian for the first time, the kind of conversations you have.
yeah, yeah. I'm always so chilled. Like it's always nice to meet like Nigerians in a foreign land. It's just always nice. Like you just feel connected in a kind of way. You
There is
just
that
feel like,
instant
oh, okay, I'm not alone.
connection.
I
Like
have,
once I
yeah,
hear
there's
your
that.
name, I'm like, that's my brother or that's my sister.
That's one
Mm-hmm.
a major difference too between like Brazil and the US. And that's something I kind of liked about the US. Just meeting people that are your people. You meet them, a lot of them. And the church as well. I was able to find like a very nice church, English speaking church. So it was cool. It was cool. What are the things you do to just stop yourself from feeling bored and feeling lonely? You might be helping a sister. You might be helping me. I need things to do. Interesting things, or don't tell me boring things now.
Honestly, I don't know if I'll be helping you because I consider my life pretty basic. And I mean, I think boring is subjective, but I mean, it's not like you have all the time in the world. It's not like you're not busy doing anything
Yeah.
247. There
Mm-hmm.
is work, there is school. Like now I'm back to, regular 9 to 5 work, babe. But before then, I feel
Mhm.
like grad school life, like school life, I would like to say that I think for most of the time I've spent here, I've been going to school and maybe working part time. So it's like going to school full time and working part time is like, where is the time? Like you're busy, you're
Actually,
always busy. Either you're doing school work or you're doing
actually,
like work. So you don't even have the time. But I would
too.
say I mean, it just depends. Like, if there's an event, maybe on the weekends, I can attend depending on the vibe and how I feel. Like the one we attended when you came,
Yeah.
when you were here, Buki. Maybe if there is a group
Mm-hmm.
hike, I can attend. Um,
Oh,
but I think
that's
for
true.
the
You guys
most
even have
part,
lots of like group events.
huh?
I said that's true. You guys have like lots of events you do in groups. Like I remember getting like a couple of invitations like for hiking, and I had declined most of them. But like those invitations just pop up like different things. You just get invites for
Yeah,
different things.
there are group hikes, brunches you can attend,
Mm.
hotels. But honestly, I'm a very, very homebody. I would like to think so.
Yeah.
I
I
love
really
my
don't
I
want
love
to
my
like.
space. I love my apartment. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I can stay here like day in, day out, and I would not feel like something is like I would not feel like I'm missing out. I would not feel like something is happening outside that I need to go and be a part of. So that also
Well,
helps me.
I
Like I
don't
could
know.
be seeing a movie, I could just be scrolling on social media, I could be,
Mm-hmm.
listening to a podcast, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
listening to an audio book, catching up with family. That one is a big one. My siblings are kind of everywhere ish. Yeah, so by the time you finish, you're on call with this person and then with this other person, the time has already gone. It's not time again. And then
Well,
my
well,
friends too, by virtue of Japan and everybody being everywhere, my friends are also everywhere. So, like, by the
well,
time you connect with this person, it's fine. There's no time again. So, I mean, it's just,
I,
it
I,
can be
I feel
boring
like
sometimes, but
basically, because that's
yeah,
I wanted to like I'm about to attack you because I wanted to say I feel like that's basically how I live my life now, and I find it
we are
boring
fine.
because I'm like
We are fine.
we cannot continue, huh? We can
Yeah, we are
we cannot
fine.
continue to. What did you say?
We are fine. I promise you. There is nothing super boring about our life. It's just, I feel like most of us, we are living the same life.
Can we continue like this? Can we continue like this? It just feels like we're fading away with capitalism because like Monday to Friday you're working. Sometimes you're doing overtime to catch up with work. Saturday you are exhausted and you just want to rest from the stress you've been through. Like though you went through from Monday to Friday. Then Sunday you're preparing for Monday, and I'm like, are we going to like? Is this how the cycle will continue? Is this what we'll continue doing? Rinse and repeat, rinse and no. We cannot continue living our lives like this. Because before you know it now, we'll be old women. And when our kids ask us, Mommy, what did you do when you were young? I'm like, I was just at home watching
We're couch
movies and
potatoes.
cooking and eating.
Tell them we're couch
Because
potatoes.
can you imagine that? I feel like we need to get a life. Don't you think so?
But let me
We need
ask
to
you,
go
let me
out
ask
more.
you, let me ask you,
Okay.
what would you rather be doing? Because taking walks, like going for events once in a while, those are not like, they're not like every week things for me. But when they pop up, I go. I'm not a club person, so
Neither am I.
I don't think I'm missing out on so much. I enjoy painting, so if I see like a paint and sip like the one we
Yeah.
went, I would show up. So like I think I show up based on what I vibe with,
Maybe
based on what I think I would enjoy doing.
well,
But the thing is, if you think your life
well.
is boring, Buki, what would you rather be doing? Like, what is your ideal fun life? Like,
Yeah.
picture it.
It's the way you just attacked me. If you think your life, okay, okay, and I do. Let me try to describe fun. I feel like I said everything I said earlier because I've been at home for like over a month, like close to 2 months now without going out. So maybe I was talking from that anger. But what would I rather be
Mm.
doing? Maybe go out now. Like
To
I don't
where?
know.
To where?
People do. I just feel like people have fun. I know people have fun. What do they do? I don't know, but they have fun. I'm supposed to have fun as well.
I feel like
I'm like,
fun. I feel like you need to define what fun means to you.
fun means maybe just going like, okay, when I'm talking about outing, I think I know the kind of outings that I like. I like going to places that are beautiful, just having new experiences. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
having a new experience. I'm taking nice pictures, just dressing up and looking good and stepping out and coming back home. I think that's it. I enjoy staying at home too, actually, by the way. But maybe because here we don't have lots of pop-up events, or they have, but I don't find the ones that I resonate with. I don't find the ones that I connect with. So maybe I'm just talking out of jealousy and I'm projecting right now on you because like paint and sip, we don't have pop-ups like that here. We don't have random people, talking about hiking or sightseeing. I can't take random walks. I can't take random walks because of like different things. And like I just feel
Mm.
like I'm a bit I don't know, I feel like I'm a bit caged. I don't know how to explain, but I just feel like there's still like a social part of me that I'm yet to explore because I've not had the chance to explore it because I'm in a place that does not permit me to do that. So I don't know if it's that I'm limiting myself by myself because most of these houses, I don't like shows. I don't really like concerts. I don't like noise. I don't like that. I can't go out and be out all night and be
The
awake
noise
all
one
night
is so
dancing. I
real.
can't. Seriously, I don't like it. I don't like those things. So sometimes I wonder what is fun to me as well. And one thing I even thought of today, I thought about like going back to church, attending a physical church. That maybe will help me just step out. Because literally I've
Mm.
not gone anywhere. Like no social interaction in like close to going to 2 months now, no social interaction of any kind. And it's just getting to me somehow. I feel like I need to do more because it feels like I'm not immersing myself in the culture yet.
Mm.
Like I'm not getting to be a Brazilian. I don't know how to put this. Like I'm not getting to just have that life. I'm just living isolatedly, like in an
Mm.
isolated manner. So maybe I'm just talking. I feel like I'm just venting now. Why did you ask me that question? Because I don't
No, Ben,
know how to
this is a safe space.
is this a safe space? But really, I just feel like there's something more I could be doing with myself, like socially. Because okay, like Saturday now, I didn't do anything important. I was home. Today it's okay. I'm recording my podcast. Most times I don't even have time to do any other thing, if I'm being honest. It's like I have to record podcast, I have to edit content. And I'm just like, is this how like days will go by and I'll be indoor, months will pass by and I'll be here, not meeting new people, not having new experiences, not having new conversations, not learning
Mm.
something new, just there. I don't know. I think I'm
Yeah.
bored.
I mean, it sounds like your own is a little worse than my own. I don't see person where better pass.
What is this association going on? Where like I thought we were the same. I thought we
No, no, no. My own is not that bad. I don't see person who a better pass. At least I've been going to church. I went to church last week. I went to church this week. I was outside. I mean, I've been touching grass. Nothing fancy,
I
but
never
I've been
thought
touching
grass.
grass.
Oh.
Like,
I never
here
thought
and
grass at
there during
all.
the week, having
Mhm.
interactions, all of that. But this one that you say, even church, nothing. Even walk, like evening walk, they go. My dear, your case is
I know they
special.
go for evening walk. I want to start. No, I'm going to change like this new week now. From Monday, I'll start going to the gym. I'll go to the gym in the morning. Then I'll take walks in the evening. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I'll give you guys update
You
on the
can
next
start
episode
from
of the
there.
pod.
You can start from there. Something
Yeah.
else I thought about while you were talking. You said all the events they have
What?
around you, they're not your vibe. You can actually start creating your own
Yeah.
events. How about that?
I don't know about that. That's high. That's
I
high
I
level.
challenge
Who do I?
you. I challenge
Who would I
you know
invite to this
what's
event?
funny? You know what's funny? There are probably
Huh?
other people in similar situations as you that are like,
Where?
I'm not seeing event that I vibe with. Just imagine you create one small, maybe like a 10-person event, and it turns out
10.
successful.
10 is such a big number. Ooh, where will I find 10 people from now? 10
Okay,
people.
start with 5.
Just me and Busayo, 2, and Ife,
Yeah, and
3.
Busai or 2.
We're just 3.
Find 3 other people.
And Ife, no, I have one other person, Ife, so we are 3.
Yeah, find 2 other people. Start from
Okay,
there.
I'll think about it. Another thing today is the financial constraints. So all
Or
this
even,
talk I'm talking, all this
even among 3 of you, even among your other 2 friends, even if you start like, say, what do they call it? Paint and sip. Like you do it in a park.
Did you remember that? Do you remember that the paint and sip we went for? There was actually a real person, an artist there that taught us how to paint. So
You
when
don't
we
need
want to do
anybody
our
to
own paint
teach
and
you.
sip,
Teach yourself. I've done two other paint and sip events, including the one I did in Canada with my sisters. We just had like a picture inspiration and we're just drawing from it. Nobody to guide us. It's meant to be like a fun, like a healthy competition. Like at the end of the day, people snap what you painted and just have fun and laugh and all of that.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Just go and touch grass more.
I need to. I and Basara, we're planning to go out next weekend. Hopefully, we go out. Hopefully, we have fun. We'll come and give you. I'll give you all the gist because like we're tired. We need to go out. We need to touch grass. We need to step out.
I'm
Like
rooting
we need
for
to just
you.
step out and say thank you. Let me see if there's anything we've not touched on. I think our time is actually fast paced. We've spoken a lot about a lot of things, but just to wrap it up, we've yapped. Yep. So I asked, what's that one unexpected lesson you've learned about adulthood since moved? Like, can you think of any?
That's a deep question. I think it's just staying true to myself.
Yeah.
One thing with this adulthood thing is that, man, I think it's honestly just staying grounded. Because I feel like if I wasn't grounded, I would have tried different things, which maybe would have not been completely bad, but I feel like I would have explored a little more, which is not a bad
It would have
thing.
not been what? Can you come again? It would have not. I couldn't hear you. You were hanging for a bit. You said it would have not been completely what?
Maybe it couldn't have been completely bad or out of place, but I feel like just like staying grounded, like knowing your core and your values and just letting them guide you. And it's okay if, things evolve and, you pick on new things or unlearn and unlearn. But just like those basic things that make you who you are, like, just staying true to them. I feel like, yeah, that's one thing like adulthood has, especially in this US, because a lot of things, like a lot of new trends, things coming up every day, and it's very easy to want to jump on everything. But just reminding yourself, like, this is who I am, this is what I will and will not do, and just staying true to those things are like some big lessons for me.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And before we go, so I don't know if you've noticed, there's a segment I added to the pod where I just like take things from Reddit and discuss things I find on Reddit. So I found this one. I'll quickly read it, then just hear your take on it, and we call it a day. So this person says, for Nigerians who have spent time in a foreign developed country, do you prefer living in Nigeria or living abroad? Then they explained, like, how would you rate the quality of life and attitude of the people and sense of belonging you experience over there compared to here? Here is Nigeria, there is abroad. Then the person
Mhm.
continues, I don't know how to phrase it well, but I'm sure you guys get it. Please feel free to comment and provide as much detail as you can. I'm asking for people's opinion because I'm really curious about the whole Japan mentality and whether living in developed countries is all that amazing. To me, Nigeria is certainly many things, but it's still home. And it's better to stay with the devil you know. And the person
Mm.
says, but I understand that a major reason why I'm able to say this is because I come from a well-to-do family. I'm not in any serious
Mhm.
financial risk, even in the face of this current administration's disastrous economic policy. Very disastrous, very distinct. So I feel like the person is trying to say in a nutshell, is the grass truly greener on the other side?
Yeah,
What do
side.
you think?
And I feel like she asked the, or whoever it is asked the question and also kind of answered it. So when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to like basic amenities, like basic things that help you live a decent life, they are here.
Mm-hmm.
So there is good roads, there is water, there is everything. Yes, you're paying for them, you're paying your bills, but it's like you're paying for them and you're getting those services. So it's like guaranteed, as opposed
Mm-hmm.
to where we come from, where you could be paying NEPA bill and you're not sure seeing the lights. And I want to say that I think Nigeria, even bad as the bad rich, even as it is right now with the current administration and everything, I think Nigeria is
Mm-hmm.
still very fun and enjoyable, especially
Mm-hmm.
for people that have money. If you have money and you're in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
you will be all right. I understand, the insecurity and some other things that you cannot really control. And even inside your house, Wahala can come and meet you there. So
Mm-hmm.
are, you know, those ones are like things your money can not completely
Yeah.
buy. To an extent, they can buy for you, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like ultimately coming here is like knowing why you're coming. Like if you're
Yes.
doing okay, maybe you've spent a decent number of years in Nigeria, you have like a good career. I know there are people in Nigeria earning in dollars, so like they are
Yeah.
doing okay in the Nigerian
Mm-hmm.
climate. You've basically established yourself. You can come here, do vacation, whatever, go back home. Like you don't need
Yeah.
to japa come here. So it depends on
Yeah.
like why you coming. If you feel like maybe at the point in your life, at the point in your career, what makes the most sense is to come here. Maybe you want to like meet people from other places, people with new ideas, investors,
Mm-hmm.
all of that, and you feel like it's best for you
Mm-hmm.
to come here, you want to pursue an advanced education, then yes. But I just feel like it goes like it's about defining why you want to come, what's in it for you. It's not easy here. Oh.
Yeah.
It's definitely not easy
Exactly.
because
Exactly. Do you know? It's not easy at all. I went for a program while I was in the US. Like it was a live podcast show. The name of the podcast is the Stoop podcast. So it's for like blacks. The podcast is hosted by two ladies, two black ladies. One is American, African American. The other is Ethiopian. So while
Mhm.
like they were talking, they mentioned something. They played audios of people that migrated to the US and the reality of things, like the things they were actually facing. And one man was saying how, he thought it was going to be easy peasy in the US, but he has faced so many challenges. He doesn't even really have like things to show for the amount of years he has spent in the US. So all this is just to say that the grass may be greener on the other side, but it's not automatically greener. It depends on how you nurture the grass. It depends on the part of the grass you're even going to in the first place. It depends on how you strategically cross to the other side. If you just jump to the other side without calculating, without like thinking about what is in it for you, why you are even crossing,
Mhm.
the grass might actually be brown and not green. Going
Yeah.
abroad
If you
for
are
me does
coming
not
just because
equate.
everybody is coming, you might come here and you'll be so clueless. You don't even know.
See,
It's
see,
it's different things. It even depends on like where you initially land when you come to this country can determine your trajectory. Like there are certain states or like
exactly,
certain people you even meet when you come, certain schools you go to, they can,
exactly,
shoot you from here to there or bring you down. Certain skills you have before you
exactly.
come, like you can be doing considerably well in Nigeria and you come here and your degree or whatever it is you were doing does not mean anything and you start from scratch here. Like there's just a
Yeah,
lot of things to consider. There are bills, there's a lot.
the bills.
You will be making money to be happy you're not making any money. You'll be paying taxes. You'll be
See,
paying like
see,
it's just a lot. In Nigeria, like I don't know what the tax system is like, but I don't think it's as strict as it is
we don't
here.
have a solid tax system in Nigeria. But the
Even
thing is,
even
even in
paying rent,
Nigeria,
like you
do you
can,
understand? Nigeria, you're paying yearly rent, not monthly rent. In Nigeria, you have like your support system. You have your family to run back to. Going to no man's land without your family, you have to be prepared.
you're
So
dealing
yeah,
you're dealing with the boredom, you're working like 9 shifts, you're working several hours, you're like it's like you're starting your life afresh. So
hmm,
and I know like people usually say if you want to come when you're younger. Like even when I have conversations with my sister, they always say like, oh, I wish I came at like at your age when you came. Like if I came when I was younger,
yeah,
would have achieved small things. Like now they are going to school
yeah.
and, having family, like having kids, raising kids, they have to do these things simultaneously because, but like it depends on when you come, at what point in your life, where you start. Like there are a lot of things that can make it
Mhm.
greener or not greener for you. So,
Exactly. I feel like that's it, but it does not going abroad does not equate anything, oh guy. Someone can struggle at home and still struggle abroad. Let's just be praying to God to just perfect
if
everything
not
and
even
really
more,
make it
if
work for
not
us.
even more abroad. These people that they say work
See,
back to back shifts and like I've heard people that
hmm,
slumped at work due to stress and
actually,
everything. And then even doing it away from home and away from family makes it even more stressful because like, there's nobody to come back home to and tell how your day went or like, it's just like you're by yourself with this in this strange land. So
strange land indeed. I've actually like I think I felt a bit of that during my visit. I won't even lie. I didn't get to work,
wow.
but like but I really wanted to, hustle because I heard like, oh yes, you hustle. But I didn't even get the chance to do that. But at the same time I felt like lonely. Let me just put it that way. I felt
Mhm.
very lonely and yeah, before I started like making friends and socializing more. But that brings us to the end of today's episode. It's been really, really nice chatting with you. Like I've enjoyed every bit of this recording session. Thank you for making this happen. Fun fact: Stella Maris has had a very rough day, but she still came through for me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, honestly.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
my love.
Because I was really
Thank you
thinking,
for having
hey,
me. I enjoyed being here, despite the rough start
well,
to my day. But it's a nice way to end my day. So thank you for inviting me. I hope to come back again.
when you were telling me about like what had happened earlier today, my mind I was just like, God, I beg, let her just record. So let her not tell me that she's not doing. Like, I already made plans. We have to do this thing. So yeah, thank you for making it happen.
You're
Thank you, thank you,
welcome.
thank you so much.
Anything for
So
you,
like just
Buki.
once again, Stella Maris, thanks for coming. Remember to like,
You're
share, subscribe,
welcome.
friends. Like, share, subscribe. Send this podcast to
Yes, you
somebody,
guys do
and
everything, all the
I
fun
think that'll be
stuff,
all.
like, yeah, subscribe, and yeah,
Do you want to
bye.
plug in your cookbook? Do you want me to add your cookbook, the link to your cookbook in the description so that they'll check it out, or your IG, or you want to stay anonymous?
I want to stay anonymous.
Ayana.
I want to stay quiet.